Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're diving into something pretty serious, medical bias in AI. Yeah, I know it doesn't sound like the most exciting topic, but trust me, it's one you'll want to understand. Buckle up, because we're about to talk about how AI can actually learn bias and why it's a big deal for healthcare. So, in the tech world, there's this old saying, garbage in, garbage out. What does that mean? Well, it's pretty simple. If you put garbage data into a computer, you're going to get garbage results. And believe it or not, this little nugget of wisdom applies to medical AI too. You see, if the AI's training data is biased, then the decisions it makes could be biased too. Researchers have been ringing the alarm on this for a while now. They've identified instances where bias in medical AI affects real-world outcomes. We're talking about things like AI models that may overestimate or underestimate a patient's health risks based on flawed data. And of course, this can have serious consequences for patients who are already facing health challenges. Now here's the kicker. Many people who work in AI are well aware that bias exists in algorithms. But finding all the different ways bias sneaks into AI's training process is no easy task. And let's be real, combating bias in AI feels like trying to clean up a spilled drink using a tiny napkin. But here's the thing. Doing nothing is definitely not an option. If we let it go unchecked, bias could get digitally embedded into medical decision-making, and that's a whole other level of bad. But wait, there's good news. The problem's not unsolvable. We're not stuck in this mess forever. One important thing is education. People need to understand that bias isn't just something humans do with their brains, it's something that AI can inherit from us too. So, it's critical to teach about bias, both the human kind and the AI kind. Let's talk about where bias shows up in medical AI. First, there's the training data. If that data's messed up from the get-go, it's going to throw everything else off. For instance, some clinical algorithms have used race as a factor when making decisions. Sounds pretty harmless, right? Well, not exactly. Research has shown that using race in algorithms, say, to estimate kidney function, can lead to black patients being put on transplant wait lists longer than they should be. That's because these algorithms can overestimate when a black patient's kidneys are going to fail, pushing them down the list. The good news? There's hope. People are already working on replacing race with more accurate factors like social class or genetic variation. In fact, one major organization, the Organ Procurement and Transplantation Network, recently took steps to fix this issue. They required kidney programs to review their wait lists and make sure black patients weren't being unfairly disadvantaged by outdated race-inclusive algorithms. Despite all the bias that still exists in AI, there's a silver lining. Many researchers are optimistic about the future. Why? Because AI itself could be the key to uncovering and even solving some of these biases. But here's the catch. More research is needed, and scientists need to stay aware of these issues if they're going to make real progress. At the end of the day, remember this, bias in AI is a human problem. AI learns from us. So, if we want to fix it, we have to fix how we build and use these systems in the first place. Sounds like a big task, but hey, it's better than just ignoring the problem and letting it get worse, right? Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into tech, healthcare, and everything in between. Super Medical AI hash. AI bias hash healthcare technology hash artificial intelligence hash bias in AI hash machine. Learning hash AI in healthcare. Hash tech for good hash bias. Awareness hash ethical AI hash digital health hash AI research hash tech education hash social justice hash AI for change hash health equity hash AIethics hash medical innovation hash tech with purpose hash AI and healthcare hash bias mitigation on screen text.